Well, Cape Town's Athlone Stadium is abuzz this afternoon. The city's famous and vibrant minstrels are competing against each other on Tweede Nuwe Jaar on Monday. About 20,000 minstrels in their colourful signature costumes were in the Cape Town CBD. Over 80,000 curious onlookers filled the streets of the mother city to experience the minstrels street parade for the first time after a 2-year break due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's get an update then. We're now joined by our senior reporter, Vanessa Poonah, who's been following the minstrels for us throughout. All right, so this is the final day, I suppose, of all the festivities. Then talk to us about what's happening. I know on the first day you and I spoke about the fact that, you know, there is this sort of prize that comes out for the best dancers, best dressed and so forth. Talk to us about all that's happening at this time.
Yes, good afternoon to you. And you said that there's a buzz in Athlone Stadium. You're not wrong. I can tell you that when we arrived here a short while ago, besides the bleachers and the stands behind me already filling up quite quickly, there are literally still thousands of people outside waiting to get into Athlone Stadium today. Now, today, of course, is the first day of the competition. It runs for the duration of this month, each Saturday until the first weekend in February. But to talk to us a bit more about what exactly the competition comprises, we know there are 15 troops participating and they form part of the Cape Town Association. I'm going to bring in now Minstrels Gambino. Minstrels, very warm good afternoon to you. A little bit windy here at Cape Town Stadium today, but certainly not putting a damper on the crowd. Many people still waiting to come inside. Tell us a bit about this competition. What are we expected to see here this afternoon?
The competition facet of our tradition has been there since the beginning. Our clubs compete against each other in elements like colourful, in best drum major, best dress and so forth. And we build up to this particular point of the year because what the communities want, they want bragging rights and a trophy at the end of the day. And of course, as part of our tradition, we come into a stadium, we invite our communities and we just have a big festive experience. You can smell the whiffs of boerewors and acne and everything else. And I can tell you, we're very tired as organizers, but we are super excited about what's to come.
So today, Minstrels, I understand that all 15 troops, part of your association, will be participating. What are they going to be judged on today? And then also, what is the prize besides the trophy and the bragging rights?
There's no other prize. It's a cheap trophy and bragging rights. But it's also excellence that we're driving. This is the nursery school for our new musicians and our dancers in our communities and so forth. And as we discussed before, often they sort of push through and they become professional dancers and musicians. The elements today, as I said earlier on, is colourful, best dress, best drum major, best junior drum major, and really the exhibition parts of Carnival. Next week we move on to the choral elements and the single singing elements, the solos, and also the best band elements. But today is that extension of the parade that we had last week, the exhibition part, the glamour, the glitz, the vibrancy, you know, the music. That's what we experienced today.
You mentioned the parade on Tweede Nuwe Jaar. I mean, we know it was the first time since COVID-19 broke out, and of course the various restrictions that parade could take place. Are you satisfied with the turnout of those participating, but also the Cape Townians and visitors that came out to that street parade?
We are very happy with the way the Hollywood Bets Cape Town Street Parade went. Of course, there's always room for improvement. Our big challenge was the heat on the day, but I tell you, Cape Townians and all other visitors to the city came out. I think on a count we had in excess of 100,000 people there. And for all intents and purposes, the feedback that we got was that people enjoyed it and they're looking forward to the next carnival already. We'll effect some improvements and hopefully this carnival builds up to this iconic Creole carnival that we really wanted to be for Cape Town and for this country, of course.
Minstrels, thank you so much for speaking to me. Of course, Minstrels Gambino, the director of the Cape Town Association, just laying the groundwork in terms of what we expect to see today. 15 troops, part of the association, will be battling it out here on the first day. And if I can just just step out of shot for a second. I want to show you the crowds that have already started gathering. My colleague Lukanya will show you. These, of course, are the people, the citizens, the residents that have come out from as early as 11:30 this morning. And when we got here about a half an hour ago, we still saw massive queues of people waiting outside the stadium, trying to get in, of course, like Munib said there just now. For many of these communities in Cape Town, this Kaapse Klopse Carnival Association street parade, and also then the competitions, the minstrel competition, is something that they are looking forward to all year. We do also know that there's quite a number of spin-offs for the community. For example, young children are taught how to play musical instruments. I don't know whether Lukanya can actually show you. I'm pointing out him in the crowd just now. You'll see that there are two young ladies in their true colours. For example, that's the kind of thing we're talking about. Young children being exposed to the various arts, and according to Munib Gambino, of course, some of them taking full advantage of the expertise and of the teaching and just generally the know-how of the older generation, and carrying on an age-old tradition of the minstrels and the minstrel parade, as well as the competition taking place here in Cape Town.
All right, let's catch up with you at a later stage. Then I'm sure you'll have all those results for us. Vanessa Poonah for us in Cape Town, where the minstrel carnival is currently taking place on the back of the Tweede Nuwe Jaar, of course, that we saw happening on the 2nd of January, which has been going on for many years in the country. Of course, it had to be stopped for 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but of course it being back in full force, as you can see in Cape Town at this time.